Okay, hello everyone. Hope you all are doing good. I wanted to do a video. Please excuse me. I have had either the flu or pneumonia. Feeling better, but voice is still a little rough. So if I cough or have to do any kind of weird sick stuff during this video, please forgive me. Earlier this week, I was notified by a good friend of mine basically congratulating me for making it to the DistroWatch waiting list. And I had no idea what he was talking about. So basically what this video is for, I'm going to explain the DistroWatch waiting list snafu that happened, and hopefully I won't offend anybody. I don't want to come across as a jerk or anything. So let me try to explain what happened. As I said, I was notified by a good friend congratulating me for making the DistroWatch waiting list. And I didn't know what he was talking about. I know I've already said that, but I just said it again. So, I rarely go to DistroWatch. Maybe once every couple of weeks, maybe sometimes 3 weeks, I'll go to DistroWatch and look at the waiting list. And I had no idea that MiyoLinux was on the DistroWatch waiting list. So I pulled up the waiting list, and there it was, MiyoLinux. So I clicked the link, and sure enough, it went to the MiyoLinux SourceForge page. And I'm not the one who submitted it to DistroWatch. So I start thinking, what is going on? Does DistroWatch just choose random distros to put on there, or what? So let me backtrack a little bit and explain something. When I first started MiyoLinux and up until this point right now, I have never had any intention of trying to get MiyoLinux on DistroWatch. That's my personal preference. I have nothing against being on the DistroWatch waiting list or being listed on DistroWatch, but it's not for me. It's not for what I do. It's not for how I build systems. And as basically a one-man operation, to be honest, and I don't want this to sound bad, but I don't have time to keep up with submitting things to DistroWatch and doing what I have to do just to do what I'm doing with MiyoLinux. So all that to say this, I never intended for MiyoLinux to be on DistroWatch. So I contacted DistroWatch when I saw that it was listed, explained the situation to them, and I hope he doesn't mind me using his name. Jesse Smith, great guy, nice guy, seems to have a good sense of humor. Jesse Smith contacted me back. We went back and forth with several emails, and he was kind enough to remove MiyoLinux from the waiting list. And I was going to let that be all there was to it. I wasn't going to make any kind of video explaining anything. I was hoping that, it would hopefully wasn't seen by many people. But lo and behold, the next day I checked my downloads and I jumped up to over 1,000 downloads. Which is great. I greatly appreciate it. But that showed me that my hope that it wasn't seen by many people didn't come true. And I started thinking, I might need to make a video to explain this, why it was there and why it was taken away. I thought, no, I'll just hold off. And then I was contacted by another friend who was, he alerted me to some comments on DistroWatch. Comments by users who were happy and glad to see that MiyoLinux was now on DistroWatch, the DistroWatch waiting list. And I thought, oh no. And those guys, I think there were 3 comments. They were great, and you know, I feel bad because I didn't submit it. I had it removed, and here were people that were glad that MiyoLinux was on DistroWatch's waiting list. So let me say this. After seeing those comments, I felt like I really needed to at least put out a video. I don't know how many people will see this, and hopefully explain the situation. I'm not the one who submitted it. I am the one who had it removed. And I'm very honored that someone thought enough of MiyoLinux to submit it to DistroWatch. I truly am. I'm honored by that. Thank you. I'm even more honored by those who commented, expressing their happiness, I guess you could say, that MiyoLinux was on the waiting list. And at the same time, I'm very sorry I had it removed, because as the creator, developer, however you want to say it, of MiyoLinux, it was never my intention for MiyoLinux to be on DistroWatch. Whether that will change one day in the future, I don't know. Things in my life will have to slow down for that to happen. So I just wanted to explain that to people. Maybe if you saw that it was on the waiting list and now it no longer is, that's why. I hope you understand. I hope I don't come across as a jerk for having it removed, but I felt like I needed to do something since I wasn't the one who put it on there. And for anyone else, if you go to the SourceForge site, Jesse Smith had me write a small disclaimer on the summary page. And basically what will happen if anyone submits MiyoLinux to DistroWatch again, that disclaimer is on the summary page, and when DistroWatch sees that, they'll know that this MiyoLinux guy didn't submit it, so they won't add it again. So again, thank you. I'm sorry if I've offended anybody by having it removed. I do thank the person, whoever the person is that submitted it, for thinking enough of MiyoLinux to have it put on there. And I truly appreciate the nice comments from the few people who did comment at their happiness that Miyo was going to be on DistroWatch. I feel bad about it, but you know, sometimes you just got to do what you have to do, and that's what I did. So I hope that makes sense. I hope I didn't fumble my words around too much, and I hope I haven't ticked anyone off, and you're no longer gonna, I'm not gonna use that MiyoLinux anymore. That guy's a jerk. So there you go. You guys have a great day. Thanks a lot. Take care.